All right, hello again, my friends. And today we're going to, I think this might be just wrapping up a bit of previous business. Black girl gamers have come out and decided that they needed to clarify a few things, and that it might be a good idea, just for the sake of continuity, to go ahead and give it a little coverage. So what we got here is that it's come to our attention that we need to clarify a few things further. The person mentioned in the omitted part of Gothix's message to us isn't and has never been a BGG member. As we've said before, just because someone is black and femme, it doesn't make them a BGG member. So the assertion that this person is a BGG member is categorically false. I mean, my thought here is we have no proof either way, so. Additionally, sharing that part of the message would have alluded to details about attempted fatal self-harm, which is personal information and triggering for most. It's not our place to share that publicly. I don't necessarily disagree with them, but they could have blocked that part out. Gothix was blocked by BGG in 2020 after consistently generating negative chatter about BGG, as she's been doing lately to promote her film, which doesn't even mention BGG. In addition to Twitter, she's had the option to report via IG or email. Where there's a will, there's a way. Apparently you have to really fight to report people around here. Just saying. Contrary to the narrative being spun, although we didn't agree with Gothix's stance on The Little Mermaid, we didn't initially remove her as a BGG member because she is entitled to her own opinion, and this controversy had nothing to do with us. However, we ultimately removed her from the Twitch community because what started as a healthy debate turned into drama instigation while streaming under our Twitch community. Just as other platforms have the right to remove affiliates fueling controversy, BGG has the same right. Gothix deleted much of her content from this period, but a tweet from the night before her Twitch team removal shows the combative energy she was fostering during her streams. While it's fine for her own platform, it goes against our guidelines. It's a little video of her putting on some makeup in a really cute devil costume, saying when someone tries to look slick by picking a fight with me on Twitter, and moo. Another deleted tweet by Gothix that is important to note is her inviting people at TwitchCon 2019 to confront her before emailing us regarding said harassment with no names affiliated with BGG provided. This is why we requested names to launch an investigation into the matter. And it's a tweet here that says, after seeing all the love I received this weekend, I have one thing to say. If you contributed to the hate mob toward me a few months ago and you're attending TwitchCon, come say hi before I leave so I can personally tell you to go fuck yourself. Gothix's public opinions on topics like blackface prior to her original Little Mermaid tweet altered how people viewed/reacted to her. Rather than assigning blame, Gothix needs to take ownership of the fact that her public statements have harmed those who have supported her. What? So she had an opinion and she needs to take ownership of the fact she had... Okay, hold on. Let's read these first before we get into all that. Oh, Lord. All right, this is quite fuzzy, and I'll do my best, but I will be reading these for you. Caught a clip from your stream and bummed I wasn't able to be there for the conversation, but what a lot of people are missing is that this is a huge problem in the Eastern European cosplay community. They're constantly called out for it, they're aware that it's racist, and they continue to do it anyway, all while actual dark-skinned Eastern European cosplayers are shit on for having the wrong skin color. We need to stop pretending that racism doesn't exist outside the US, and don't give people a pass because they don't know any better. That was from Emma Sky. Gothix responds, right, but we also can't assume that they do know better. And even if they do, the mob mentality is so unnecessary and gross that it ends up doing more harm than good. Everyone is quick to jump on a bandwagon to attack someone at the masses instead of calmly educating. And she's not wrong. This is something the gaming community is going to have to deal with. Emma Sky's response, I think in 2019, we absolutely can assume they know better. You have access to the internet and you're a part of a community where this has been a documented problem for years. There's no I didn't know any better excuse. And she doubled down when people informed her so. Vanessa? Like I said, it's the mob mentality I don't agree with. Saying something is inappropriate to you is not a free pass to start sending death threats or incite a massive lynch towards people on the internet because they are not as, quote, woke, end quote. Oh, interesting. Emma says, she obviously doesn't deserve death threats, but she also shouldn't get a pass because she can't bother to pay attention or care about the community around her. Like I said, this isn't an isolated incident. It's a well-known problem in the Eastern European cosplay community. And then Vanessa says, I'm going to agree to disagree, but thanks for your input. I'm not seeing what's so terrible here. Oh, maybe it's the next part. Let's see that. I got to community manager in the Gothix squad without ever really being a fan of Gothix. I just loved the community and most of the people in it. It hurt a lot to lose the team, but after I saw the full scope of what was happening behind the scenes, there were just too many reprehensible actions. I unfollowed and muted her on pretty much everything because there were so many public roasts and shade thrown at people I hold dear. I'm still very sad that she killed a community I loved with her vile rhetoric. That's Bestidian. And someone says, Mrs. E, that entire situation basically burnt me out so much that I don't think I've been that level of depressed in years, and it really hurts when you find out people you thought were your friends are calling you a clout chaser behind your back. Okay, does anybody else not sure what this has to do with what they're saying? I mean, I understand this is an individual's experience with the Gothix community and are saying that what she did in her community burned them out and they left and they were upset about it. And supposedly this person is saying that she was calling people a clout chaser, or somebody was anyway. Maybe the next thing will tell me. Okay, well, I do agree he was in the wrong for this. There was a reason why he said all of what he said, especially when you were making tweets like, I'm not like all of these other black girls. I'm not Bonquisha. And then Gothix says, this is the exact problem with hate mobs. You're quoting something that I never said, which in turn adds more fuel to the fire. Since I mentioned something about Bonquisha, what? Would you mind showing me where I said that? And then she said, tons of people in the black Twitch community saw the tweet. If I had means of seeing other people's deleted tweets, I would post it. I honestly don't understand why you're acting like you never said it. That's only the first half. I'm curious what else was said there, but I'm too lazy to go track these down myself. So we're just going to go with the information we're presented. So all I can surmise from here is that they're saying that this is all in regards to her opinions on blackface. You know what? We'll continue on. Maybe something more will connect the threads. Deleting the tweets doesn't diminish the harm or its consequences. Personal accountability is needed. Okay, this is a post and it doesn't say from whom. This is a long shot, but does anyone have a screenshot of my original problematic Little Mermaid tweet that I made a few years ago? I need it for something. I know one of you incognito heifers have it. Okay, so that was obviously from Gothix. It appears to be, but I can't find any archive of it anywhere. Yeah, I deleted it in a panic because of the responses I was getting. I was hoping someone still had a screenshot, considering that's literally what everyone kept doing when they came for me. LOL. Okay, so sounds to me like they're trying to say she deleted it to diminish harm and consequences, but that doesn't seem. It seems to me like she deleted it because she didn't like the attention she was getting from it, and now she wanted it to show to something else, probably for her documentary. And so I'm not sure what the statement here has to do with the post. Is it a demonstration of the fact that she deleted tweets? Maybe? When our reps watched her doc, which didn't even talk about BGG, the org specifically, we became aware of the individuals in question. Only one BGG member crossed the line into hate speech via her personal platform during the Little Mermaid controversy and has since been suspended. The rest of the individuals expressed healthy criticism on their platforms, just as Gothix does on hers, or had no BGG affiliation. Now, this is an interesting sentence, because apparently they admit that she expresses healthy criticism, but they don't think it's healthy criticism. Or they just worded it poorly and are just saying that she expresses criticism on her platform. One of the two. We actively mod our Facebook, Discord, and public Patreon, but BGG is not a governing body. We are not responsible for anyone's actions outside of BGG. When issues arise outside the community that affect BGG, we address them when we're provided with adequate info to investigate. Gothic's confidence in accusing an entire community of conspiring against her is truly remarkable. While we may disagree politically, let's not let our imaginations run wild. We have far better things to do than spend 4+ years plotting against people who disagree with us. I'll be entirely honest. I have not seen anywhere that Gothix has said that they've been out there plotting against her. I don't. I've seen where she said they disagree. She didn't like the way they treated her. I've seen all sorts of things, but I don't recall a single time where she's like, these ladies have been out here just plotting to get back at me. They're just out here to get me. I don't remember any of that. I don't. If someone can find and clip or post that in the comments for me to check out, I totally will. But I do not recall that ever being a thing. Saying you have no ill will towards BGG and creating a documentary about your alleged harassment just to turn around and call us the Jussie Smollett of gaming while engaging in the very behavior you condemned is the epitome of hypocrisy and the definition of ill will. I thought you all weren't mentioned in the documentary. So how is it ill will towards y'all? Because you just said you weren't mentioned in the documentary at all. So nobody was coming at you with it. And when she made the Jussie Smollett comparison, that was more about the supposed hate messages that you said you were getting but showed no evidence of. I mean, I could be missing something. It happens. But that is their current statement on all this. Let's go. I'm going to go check out Gothix and see if she has anything on hers. All right. So in regards to this, we do have in regards to the Black Girl Gamer stuff, we do have on Vanessa's Twitter a response here from Gothix to Ripaverse Gold Posts, who has a few screenshots of a fellow called Goofy Wise, who told Gothix that apparently she is spreading harmful rhetoric, oh my God, in 2021 is still taking shots at her in 2024. So let's take a look at the images. Okay, so this says spreading harmful rhetoric that white supremacists use, denying science, being a problematic grifters, overall being bigots. You know, name it. And this is on March 4th, 2021. Obviously not a black girl gamer because this appears to be a guy. Just want to clear that up right up front. We can't call it, this is not a black girl gamer. This is a man, I think. I could be wrong. Looks like a man. Allegedly a man. We'll go with allegedly a man. Here he is on March 30th. Black conservatives in the gaming space just to grift for the white man. LMAO, this is why you have no edges. So 2 of these images are the same thing. So there was only 2 images. And then as you see here, Gothix says, no edges. Are edges supposed to be the qualifier for black intellectualism? If that's the case, no thank you. You guys can keep it. Also, I've never referred to myself as a conservative or any political label for that matter. However, if mohawks and side shaves are the standard of conservative hair, please let me know where I can find these people. As you see here, he says on March 31st, you can always spot a black conservative by the hair always. Okay. And then you see here a very conservative picture. This is a very conservative young woman, you can tell. And here you have her actually finding where they decided they wanted to clarify some things, as you'll see here. You see here where it's, we hope this clarifies the relationship between Gothix, and this is the first and last time we will address this, and then they had to clarify things further, apparently. Accompanied with the ever-popular, eye-rolling Robert Downey Jr. And of course, then she says on the bright side, they supposedly watched the documentary, yay, seeds planted, mission complete, on to the next thing. I personally need to sit down and watch the documentary. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in my thoughts on that afterwards. If you would be, go ahead and tell me in the comments, and I will perhaps make that happen. I'm going to watch it either way. It's just whether or not I talk to you guys about it. It'll be entirely separate. This, I don't know if this will be the last bit of what we have going on here or not, but you know, it feels like it's winding down. I don't think there should be too much about it unless the black girl gamers decide that they need to see what other attention they can pull from it. For those who watched my previous video, I'd like to apologize. I have been thoroughly educated on the fact that the word I was misusing was custodes, and should I venture forth into any further Warhammer content, I will do my best to appropriately pronounce things, but I make no promises. However, I appreciate y'all being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Have yourselves a very great day, and I'll talk to you later.